Hello everybody! In this video, we are going to learn the form and use of comparative adjectives. Consider the following information about the environment. The world is getting warmer than in the past. In 2050, the world will be more populated than today. Oceans are as big as always. Rainforests are less big than decades ago. As you can see, each of these sentences has a comparative adjective. In the first sentence, we compare temperature in the past and today. In the second sentence, population today is compared to population in 2050. In the third sentence, oceans today are compared to oceans always. And finally, rainforests today are compared to rainforests decades ago. Comparative adjectives compare differences between two entities. They have a fixed pattern. Noun, verb, the comparative adjective, than, and noun. For example, the world is getting warmer than years ago. This expresses superiority. But there are three types of comparison: inferiority, equality, and superiority. Let's start with inferiority. Consider this example. Rainforests are less big than years ago. Another example is, video games are less important than the environment. Now you can guess the rule. Yes, the rule is less adjective than. How do we express equality? Read this example. Oceans are as big as decades ago. Another example is, animals are as important as plants. The rule is easy, isn't it? As, adjective, as. The expression of superiority is the most difficult. For example, temperatures are higher than before. Or, the world is more populated than in the past. Well, as you can see, here we have two different ways of expressing superiority. Adjective, er and than, this is ending er, or more, adjective and than. When do we use one or the other? Well, let's see. The form of comparative adjectives expressing superiority depends on the number of syllables in the adjective. If the adjective has one syllable, we add er. For example, warmer. But if the adjective with one syllable finishes in a consonant preceded by a vowel, like fat, we double the consonant and add er. Fatter. It's important that you remember this spelling rule. With two-syllable adjectives, well, we have two possibilities. Add er, for example, clever, cleverer. If the adjective finishes in y, like happy, we change the y for I and add er. For example, happier. Another possibility is to add more pleasant adjective. For example, more clever. Which one is more common? Well, both of them are used, but if you are not sure, go for the second option, more plus adjective, unless, except, if the adjective finishes in y. 3 syllables or more. Well, we add more plus the adjective. More important, for instance. there are a number of irregular adjectives. In a way, they follow this rule, but there is a change in their word. There are quite a lot in English, but we are just going to see 3. Good, bad, and far. The comparative of superiority of good is better. The comparative of superiority of bad is worse. Notice the pronunciation, worse. And finally, the comparative of superiority of far is farther. Well, this is what you need to know about the expression of comparison. I hope you have found this video useful. Now you can do the exercises you have below. Bye!